Okay. Post pizza, I'm officially feeling slumped. Goodness, goodness. We are going to get this show on the road and get us to the halfway point in finishing the first 15 surahs. We're going to finish through 16. That means we only have 15 left to go to finish the entire book. So, for those of you watching this video by video, I congratulate you and applaud you, and good things coming from here on out. So, let's go ahead and get it started. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. So, awesome. So, we're going to do Surah 15, which is Al Hijr, which means the rocky tract. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif Lam Ra. These are the ayat of revelation, of a Qur'an that makes things clear. They say, O thou to whom the message is being revealed, truly thou art mad or possessed, and verily, hell is the promised abode for them all. To it are 7 gates, for each of those gates is a special class of sinners assigned. The righteous will be amid gardens and fountains of clear flowing water. Their greeting will be, Enter ye here in peace and security. The people of the rocky tract also rejected the messengers. We sent them our signs, but they persisted in turning away from them. Strain not thine eyes wistfully at what we had bestowed on certain classes of them, nor grieve over them, but lower thy wing in gentleness to the believers, and serve thy Lord until there come unto thee the hour that is certain. And that is it for 15. That is it. Let's go on to Surah 16, Al-Nahl, which is the bees. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. And unto Allah leads straight the way, but there are ways that turn aside. If Allah had willed, He could have guided all of you. If ye would count up the favors of Allah, never would ye be able to number them, for Allah is oft-forgiving, most merciful. Let them bear on the day of judgment their own burdens in full, and also something of the burdens of those without knowledge, whom they misled. Alas, how grievous the burdens they will bear. For to anything which we have willed, we but say the word be, and it is. To those who leave their homes in the cause of Allah, suffering oppression, we will assuredly give a good home in this world, but truly the reward in the hereafter will be greater. If they only realized this. We sent them with clear signs and books of dark prophecies, and we have sent down unto thee also the message, that thou mayest explain clearly to men what is sent for them, and that they may give thought. Do they not look at Allah's creation, even among the inanimate things, how their very shadows turn round from right and the left, prostrating themselves to Allah, and in that humblest manner? They all revere their Lord, high above them. I said reverse, let me change that. Revere. Revere. They all revere their Lord high above them. Of course, I've had things to say with each thing, but I feel like by this point I don't need to be repeating myself or explaining into depth, even if sometimes I might. But I think just right now, what is allowing me comprehension-wise is just to read straight through, and it should be clear to everybody by now, by this time. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, have you ever thought about the life inside of inanimate things, out of lifeless things? Of course you have plants and animals and living beings, but what about the life and the energy that exists inside inanimate beings? It's interesting to think about that. And they all revere their Lord high above them, and they do all that they are commanded. And we sent down the book for thee for the express purpose that thou should make clear to them all those things which they differ, and that it should be a guide and a mercy to those who believe. It is Allah who creates you and takes your souls at death. And of you there are some who are sent back to a feeble age, so that they know nothing after having known much, for Allah is all-knowing and all-powerful. One day we shall raise from all peoples a witness. Then will no excuse be accepted from unbelievers, nor will they receive any favors. One day we shall raise from all peoples a witness against them, from amongst themselves, and we shall bring thee as a witness against these thy people, and we have sent down to thee a book explaining all things, a guide, a mercy, and glad tidings to Muslims. Fulfill the covenant of Allah when ye have entered into it, and break not your oaths after ye have confirmed them. Indeed, ye have made Allah your surety, for Allah knoweth all ye do. Whoever works righteousness, man or woman, and has faith, verily we give him new life, a life that is good and pure, and we bestow on their reward according to the best of their actions. Say, the Holy Spirit has brought a revelation from thy Lord in truth, in order to strengthen those who believe, and as a guide and glad tidings to Muslims. We know, indeed, that they say, it is a man that teaches them. The tongue of him they wickedly point is no notably foreign, while this is, or point to is notably foreign, while this is in Arabic, pure and clear. But say not, for any false thing that your tongues may put forth, this is lawful and this is forbidden, so as to ascribe false things to Allah. For those who ascribe false things to Allah will never prosper. That's basically saying, like, don't judge. You are not to say, like, oh, this thing is bad, this thing is good, or this thing is good and this thing is bad. There are clear laws, and of course in Islam there's like the haram things, like you can't drink or smoke or anything like that. But even then, you're really not to say, like, oh, this is haram, like, this is bad. Because as you are aware, we are reading the whole entire book. We really do not see any of these so-called haram things listed clearly. Like, the really only thing is talked about is the 10 Commandments and the topic of murder. And then there's, of course, different rules on, like, what you can eat, which is, says many times, no pork, or nothing of, like, dead meat. So no pork, and that's pretty much it. And then there's laws on, like, divorce and everything, and holding wives and things like that. But yeah, just don't judge, don't ascribe things that you want to ascribe because of God to anybody. Don't put that on anybody. Anyways, invite all to the way of thy Lord with wisdom and beautiful preaching, and argue with them in ways that are best and most gracious. For thy Lord knoweth best who have strayed from his path and who receive guidance. Boom and boom. That's it, everybody, for Surah 15 and 16. I am going to relax and call the husband and take a little rest right now. And I will be back with you tomorrow on a beautiful Saturday. And yes, it's going to be a great day. So get some rest, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, bye-bye.